Hi guys, today's Whip Wednesday. This is the pattern for today that I made. This is my marshmallow peep version, my crochet version that I whipped up today. This is not a tutorial, but if you would like to learn and watch a tutorial on how to make this peep bunny rabbit from start to finish for the whole thing, then just comment below and I will make a tutorial for you guys. But if you would like to watch part of the, I guess you would say, pattern making process, the design process of me figuring out the stitch count and how to make this little guy, then continue to watch this video. Thank you guys. Hi everybody. Today's Whip Wednesday and I started a new project today and I wanted to show you all how it's going. So I made a post. I don't know if you all saw it or not, wanting you all to guess to see what this is going to be. So this is the first section that I made. I like it so far. And then this is the second section I made. So this is going to be the body and this is the top of the ears. And what I did was I made one ear first, sort of kind of like a fat finger. And it wasn't too long, you know, just about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 to 2 inches long. And then I made this second one. Then what I did was right where I began both the ears, I flipped it upside down and I joined them together with the stitch marker. So I joined both ears together. I started on one side, I single crocheted all the way around, skipping 2 chains on each side of the ear. And that's what I got so far. And then the yarn tails like these from the beginning foundation chains of the ears, I used and I stitched up the middle and then I stitched it up right here to kind of keep it closed like that. So if you haven't guessed yet, this is going to be a peep. So I've never made one before. This is my first one, so I really had no idea what I was doing and I didn't know how I was going to assemble it. When I first started, I thought, okay, I'll start here at the bottom of the body. And I thought, I'll work my way up. And when I get about here, I'll begin to spread out for the face. Then I thought, well, hold on. I want to stuff this thing. How can I do this? So I'm thinking this is the best way to go about it. I thought about it and I was like, well, I could just do 2 sections, make the body, and then start from the bottom of the neck and make the face, like have it grow up and then have the ears. And yeah, I could have done it that way, but I felt like it would have been a more difficult pattern to make it that way. So I think I'm doing really good so far. So I think making the body, making the ears, you know, joining the ears together and single crocheting around. So I'm having it grow out right here and then I'll stop and then I'll just keep going and then I'll decrease for the head. I already have the ears stuffed here. So then all I would have to do is stuff the head and then join the head to the body. Now here's an idea I have. I'm not sure if this is going to work better or not, but for some reason I feel like this is going to work. So what I did was I thought, well, the body right here has to still be a little wide before I connect the neck. And then I thought, well, no, what I could do is what I did was, and these are all single crochets, this whole thing, except for this very last row. So this very last row, I made slip stitches to kind of make it tight. Now here's my idea. Once I finish with this and I have the head and I got it stuffed and I'm ready to sew, you know, the top part of the head onto the body. my idea is to go in right here under these slip stitches. So let me see. Here's my doll needle. So my idea is, instead of going right here into these chains to sew the head to the body, I'm thinking of going right down here. And this way, maybe this part will kind of pop it out a little bit. I don't know. I kind of felt like the structure would be better at the neck, because sometimes you got to worry about, um, the top of the head when you sew it onto the body. You got to worry about it falling over or falling forward. So I was thinking, and maybe even added a couple more slip stitches to it, and then it'll be hidden, you see. But that way it'll have a nice, I don't know, uh, strength to it. I'm not sure. So we'll see. So this I think is going really well. I hope I can make this happen, actually. It looks good, I think. I think it looks good. And I've already slip stitch joined, and this would be, I think, the fourth row. This is the fourth row. And so I'm just going to single crochet all the way around, and I don't want to make it grow out too far, because I looked up pictures of what the peeps really look like. Not what other people have made, but what they really look like. I'm sorry about that, guys. That was the train. I live right by the tracks, and that train just rolled through. But so, oh, I don't want to pull this too hard because of this chenille yarn here. And this is Premier chenille yarn. And I had a row left over, and I thought, oh, it's a pretty color. Let's see if I can make this peep. So my plan is, and just picture it like this. So I'm having it grow, and it's going to puff out a little bit more once I stuff it. So I don't want to make it too big. So I'm thinking right about here is perfect. And I'm thinking single crochets, no increases, no decreases, all the way around for maybe, let's see, maybe one more row or two more rows. And then I'll start to decrease to where I can join right there. And again, not on that single crochet, but I mean, not on that slip stitch row, but right there on that row before. So I think I'm going to do, let's try one more row. I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on. Let's see. I couldn't see it through the camera. I'm looking through the camera right now while I'm doing this. So yeah, so I'm thinking, I got all these fuzzies on my hands. So yeah, I'm thinking one single crochet. Let's see. All the way around. And I need to make sure I write this down. I got in the habit a long time ago of writing down step by step each row of designing, because what happened was, I would make really good things, and then I couldn't remember exactly, how I did it on each row. So I got in the hang of writing everything down, which works great. That's a really good habit to get into. The counting and writing everything down. That way, when you design something, you can go back. You can go back and have it as a guide, to make other things. So, let's see. And remember, it'll kind of stretch once I think this is going good. It'll stretch out once I stuff it. So yeah, I might actually start decreasing on this next row. And if you want me to teach this as a tutorial here soon, because I'm not done with the blanket. I started the baby blanket, I ran out of yarn, and it wasn't as tall as I originally hoped it would be. So I'm gonna have to get another roll of yarn. And so the petal stitch blanket, it'll probably be, gosh, I was hoping I'd be able to post the tutorial this week, but being that I got to get another roll of yarn, I'm thinking I'm just, it's probably going to be another week till I can get that done. So I hope that's okay. I hope that, doesn't upset you all. But in between working on that, I could always teach this. I still need to teach this for St. Patrick's Day. It's a car hanger. You hang it on your rear view mirror, or you can use it as a necklace. I think it's really neat. It's different. I like it because it's different from everybody else's. So, yeah. So, I decided I'm going to do one more row of single crochet in each chain all the way around. And then after that, I might decrease. So I got 16 chains total, I believe. And I don't want to decrease too much. So I might, on this very next row, I might decrease by 4, maybe 2 on each side is what I'm thinking. Let's try that. Let's go in. Let's decrease. Well, it's nice that you all are joining me while I'm designing a pattern. Look here, so I decreased once. Let's go ahead and decrease again. So on these first 4 chains, I'm going to decrease. So let's see. So that's, technically that was 4 chains. And that would have been 5, 6, 7, and there was 16. So 7, let's see. So let's decrease the next 2, I think. Well, no, let's see. 7. So if I decrease the next 2, so decrease, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would have left me 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. All right, one more single crochet. That way it's even. Okay, so 4 single crochets. So 2 chains here from the 2 decreases, right? 4 chains here. Now let's decrease. I'm going into the front loops. And you can yarn under or yarn over. Actually, yarning over rolls better with the chenille yarn. Like doing it like this. See, it does roll better. Let's see, I should have 4 chains left. So it's 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, it decreased too much. Too tight. I mean, it looks good, but it's going to be stuffed, but I don't think, actually, you know what? Because if you stretch it, stretching it helps to imagine it being stuffed. That actually looks good, doesn't it? Actually, let's keep that. Let's keep that. Let's see here. So I had 16 and I decreased by 4. So I should have 12. Good, 12. All right, I'm going to write that down real quick. Okay, so I wrote it down and I think I'm going to go ahead and stuff this and then maybe do the last 1 or 2 rows after I stuff it. So that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully this works out. If it doesn't, then I'll frog it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. So I normally don't do this. I think there's only, showing while I'm designing something. I think there's like one other video that I did. It was from a year ago on my channel. It was looked like a sunflower in a granny square. And I developed the pattern while videotaping, so that was fun. And it's a really cute pattern, actually. It's an AirPod earbud holder. It's really, really cute. It's like this tall, that wide, and it has like a chain that you can tighten it. It's really cute if y'all want to check it out. But it is super, super cute. Like, I was really, really proud of that pattern. It turned out so good. And when I stuffed the ears, I got this pencil and it's flat. I done used the eraser up and that helps. Like if you lose that, sometimes if you buy some polyfill, sometimes it'll come with a stick and sometimes you lose it. So I don't know. It looks good, but I'm thinking this needs to come out a little bit, because the ears are awfully big. But it looks good. Yeah, I'm thinking I might take this apart and add, maybe right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I realized I thought I was on a different row, but I'm not. So technically I just finished row 5. So that would be like row 2. So 5, 4, 3, 2. So right here at row 2, if I increase 2 and 2 on each side, that might give me what I need. So let's do that because I really feel like this needs to come out just a little bit more. So I will be right back. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to increase on the sides here. Frogging that kind of hurt my yarn a little bit. Man, that's the thing about this chenille velvet yarn is crocheting it and then frogging it. And I'm sorry about my nails. My nails don't look perfect today. So let's see. We're going to increase here. So increase by 2 on each side. So it's 1, next chain, increase another. So we got 2 increases right here. Okay, so the next 6 chains, 1 single crochet in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Next 2 chains, we're going to increase. So actually, you know what? Because the ears are right here, that's too soon. Here we go. too soon on the increases. So I need the increase right here. So the first 2 chains, I'm just going to do 1 single crochet in each. Okay. Well, the ear right here. Actually, first chain, 1 single crochet. Second chain, 2 single crochets. That third chain, 2 single crochets. Okay. All right. Now, let's do 5. I guess that would be. Next 5, 1 single crochet in each. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. Nope. Let's go 6, 6. All right. So if I do 6 single crochets there, and if I do 2 here, 2 here, there's me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and 6 because of that first one. Okay. So first single crochet, the first chain, 1 single crochet. And then I doubled up on the next 2. Then I made 6, 1 single crochet in the next 6 chains. This is perfect. Okay, so next chain, gonna double up, 2 in that one, 2 in this one. That way it'll widen out on the sides of the face, and I'll have 6 chains for an even amount on each side. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I made 5 single crochets here, but I got that 1 single crochet on that very first. So that way I got 6 here, and then 4 here, 4 here, 6 here. That way it's even on both sides, and it's growing outward like I need it to. So all I need to do is write that down, what I did, and then we're good as gold. There we go. Now, that's looking better. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it like this. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to chain 1. And this is row 4. So row 4 and 5, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each chain all the way around. And this should give us the width that we need for the face. And then we'll restuff the face, and then maybe do another row or 2. And then we'll be ready to sew the head onto the body, and then he'll be done. Oh, and then I got to stitch up the top of the ears. So I got to do that. And then if I want to add eyes, I can. I don't know if I will. I might add eyes. More here. That's that chain 1, I think. Actually, looks like slip stitch chain 1. Looks like single crochets all the way over here. All right, next row, 1 single crochet. And then I think on the right track. And sometimes I'm lucky and I can fly right through a pattern. without taking it apart and retrying, taking apart, retrying. So far, this pattern went pretty well for me. The only obstacle I had was the ears. So as I was growing out the ears, it would grow out so far, I'd take it apart. It'd grow out so far, I'd take it apart. So I think I only took apart the first ear maybe 3 or 4 times. And then once I got it right, I made a duplicate and then pinning it and crocheting around it, but skipping, the chains in the middle here worked out really, really well. This worked out pretty good. I think I only took apart 1 or 2 rows and redid, and kept going. So this turned out really well. So far, this really hasn't been a really difficult pattern. I have been working on it, designing it for a few hours now, with breaks, of course. I take breaks, but um, it's been fun. I really love doing this. I'm very much addicted to crochet and designing patterns. And I got so many patterns that I've already finished. As soon as I finish one, I begin another. I love crocheting so much. And the problem is there's just not enough time to do tutorials to catch up, you know. So there's a few things that I'm teaching, um, that, well, no, not a few things, but there's some things that I made, months and months ago that I'll be teaching soon just because, there's just not enough time with editing and all that. Okay, look at that. I think that's good. I need to decrease. I need to start to decrease. So with the peep, from when I looked it up, the body looks good. The face comes out, but the face doesn't come all the way down. It kind of goes down halfway and then merges with the body. You see, so we need just maybe 2 more rows and then merge it with the body. And then I think we're good. Of course, we'll stuff it. We'll stuff it really good. Actually, you know what? That might fit on top of an actual egg. You know what I mean? An Easter egg, a real egg or a plastic one. Look at that. I can almost guarantee you that would fit right on an egg. That's cool. See how one idea leads to another? It always works like that. One idea always leads to another. So, all right, so now I think we need to decrease the next 2 rows and then we're good. Let's see. All righty, so let's see, we are almost done. So the decrease rows, I counted these. I'm not going to decrease too much. So I'm going to, see, I need to do it on the edges here, on the sides where the ears are. So I need to do 1, 2, and then maybe, let's see, so we'll go in, we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then front loops on the 4 and the 5th chain, decrease, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oops, 7, 8, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's see, so I did 1, 2, 3, decrease. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was good. That's right, 8. So 8 single crochets. So that one more makes 8. And then these next 2 right here, decrease, and then I should have, let's see, 1, 2, should have 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 here with these 3, and then the decrease, and then 8 here, so that'll be 8 and 8 on each side. And then I need a slip stitch join. Looking good. I'm thinking maybe one more row. One more row. I think this is going to be our last and final row. So we'll do 1, 2, and then we'll do a decrease. And then we'll do 7 across. I think that'll work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. So we did 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So 7. And then next 2 decrease. And this should be it. So front loops and the next 2. And then 5 to the end. So 1, 2, oops. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, slip stitch. And that should be it. Oh, that looks good. I like that. And I'll stretch just a little bit. I'm thinking this will work. Oh my goodness, look at that. I'm wondering if I should slip stitch around, join right there. Looking good. All right. So I'm going to stuff this bottom nice and tight so it gets as wide as it can get. And then I want to stuff the head. And I don't have any beans in this one. I think that's good. I think that's good. And that's stuffed good. The ears are. We'll stuff the head. Kind of make it a little fluffy. All I'm going to pack that down real good. This side looks better. This side looks pretty good. I like it. All right, let's cut this. We'll need just a little bit of a yarn tail. Ready to sew this together. All right, so got this tail here. That loop, tighten that down. Let's see, this loop. Tighten that down. I'll just stuff that in there. All right, now to assemble. Assemble. I want to go going right here. Sorry, I'm trying to rush for y'all. This video is already a little bit long. Let's see. So I'm going to go in right there on that second row. So not that slip stitch row. This should work. This should work pretty well. Hopefully. Trying to figure out the best way to hold this and show you all what I'm doing here. So I'm going along just that last chain. So going through one chain and out the other. And then down here, I'm going under that slip stitch on that top single crochet. So it's all single crochets except for that very last row. I'm going under it on that second row just so that neck has more stability. I think it's going to work out good this way. And if it works out really well, which it looks like it will, And if everybody likes it, then I'll teach it as a tutorial. I'll probably teach it as a tutorial anyway. Being that I got to get another roll of yarn for my blanket to finish the blanket pattern tutorial. And the join looks good. The joining looks good. I'm glad you all got to join me today for the making of marshmallow peep. Let's see, I hope the stitch count's good. I'm sewing this together. I don't know. It looks good. I didn't count it. I didn't measure or count. So it's all estimating. I'm just guessing. Seems good though. Looks good. There it is. There it is. So let's unzoom. I take a look at the peep. Now I just got to stitch up the ears. I think that looks pretty good. I like it. For my first time, I think I did good. I like it. If I squish it down a bit, there we go. I like it. I like it. All right, so now we're going to go straight through. Straight through. And that's a good hold. Clip it. Now we just need to stitch the tops of the ears. And then it's done. Yay! I'm actually pretty proud of this. It turned out pretty good. Okay, so now I just got a little hole right here that I want to stitch up, but I don't want it to be a point. So let's see, I'm going to go and right here. And then maybe have it overlap it like a whip stitch. There. That way it's not really a point, because we want it to be curved. We don't want it to be a point. There we go. Haha. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm gonna go in through here. and then snip it. That's good. That is good. Now I need to do the other side. We're going to do the same thing. So we got a little hole. I'm just going to go in right here. Do that, and then I'm going to whip stitch over top of it. Come on. Those fuzzies out of the way. There we go. That's good. All the little fuzzies. Right. There it is. It's done. Wow. Thank you all so much for joining me for the making of this little marshmallow peep. And just thank you all for joining. And if you subscribed, thank you so much. And I will see you all very, very soon with more tutorials and more videos. Thank you all. Bye-bye.